What's up traders, welcome to weekly trade setup video. In this video I'm gonna give a complete multi-time frame analysis of hottest currency pairs that we will be looking to trade next week. The currency pairs that we will be analyzing today: euro dollar, AUDNZD, GBPNZD, NZDCAD, USDCNH, USDPLN and USDTHB. At the same time, if you want to watch my previous week's analysis, I will put a link above, and also there will be a link in the description. You can watch that to have some confidence about my analysis. And also you can jump on my website www.forextradingwizard.com, where you can find a completely free trading course and also some advanced strategies that you might be interested. And I'll also put a link in the description below. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and also press the bell notification button so that you don't miss out any of the content that I released almost few times every week. Before I begin, just a quick disclaimer is that this is my own opinion about the market, and at any point the market may do completely different than what I have analyzed. So make sure you do your own analysis and also manage your risk before taking any trade. With that said, let's jump on it. First, let's start with AUDNZD. Now AUDNZD, will start with the monthly time frame. Remember, monthly, weekly is for the direction, daily, 4 hour and lower time frame for entry, because higher time frame will give you a clear direction in the market, removing all the noise from the lower time frame. So AUDNZD on the monthly, what we see historically is in a downtrend. So this is in a downtrending market. Now if you see further bigger picture, what you see every time AUDNZD on the monthly creating a lower high. So when you see a downtrending market creating a lower high over the time, is a sign of deceleration of buyers activities and increasing selling activities. So in this market we can only better think of selling if it is a swing trading, except if you are not scalping. So with that said, AUDNZD bigger picture is downtrend. Now let's narrow down to recent time frame. What do we see on the couple of months? First of all, starting from here, what do we see? A massive drop. As we can see that this is a downtrending market. Now over the last couple of months we see a drop, except for the last 2 months was what we see a rise to the upside. But as when the price was here, I made an analysis in TradingView, exactly what I said, that the price is going to fall from here, and that is what exactly happened. Who are following me in TradingView, you must know about this analysis. So what happened now on the monthly, what do you see? The price just tested this previous support as a resistance and then drop. So this move basically a retracement of this move. Now what we can expect on the monthly? Slowly further sliding down. Let's go down to the weekly time frame to see how we can find a trading opportunity. Now as you can see that on the weekly the picture is a bit clearer. Now this is the market structure on the weekly. Now as you can see that, how do you identify a downtrending market structure? You need to understand it. So a downtrending market structure is something like this. So what is mean? It means that it is creating a lower high and lower low, which is the sign or market structure of a downtrend. So what you see that here, the same market structure, there is an impulse followed by a correction, impulse followed by another correction. Now every time, see, when you see this healthy trending market, what you will see that previous support will test as a resistance in a downtrending market, and that is what we see in AUDNZD. This is the previous support now tested as a resistance and what we see, aggressive drop. So that means that this is the end of the uptrend. That means the local correction or end of the pullback, and then we can start a resume of its downtrend from here. So on the weekly we are strongly bearish. Now how we will be trading? Now look at this here, what we can see in the new trading week. Again, little bit of retracement of this downward move to the upside, possibly in this level, in this weekly close. So that is what we will target our entry. So this is the weekly close, and we can expect the price to move up little bit near this weekly close and then drop. So let's go down to the daily time frame to see how we can capitalize this move. Now this is the situation on the daily. Now as you know that the price started to move up, now broke to the downside. What we can expect in the new trading week, going a little bit up to this weekly close and create a possible head and shoulder pattern, and then finally resume its downtrend. So that is what we will be expecting, a green candle to the upside, or at least a doji candle completing this head and shoulder pattern and finally drop. So as soon as we will see something like a doji candle or a head and shoulder pattern, at that point we will take a trade from this zone based on 4-hour or lower time frame price action, with a very good risk to reward ratio from this area to take this move to the downside with our students. Smash the like button for me, and let's jump on to another currency pair that we will be analyzing now is GBPNZD. As usual, let's start with the monthly time frame. Now GBPNZD, like AUDNZD, historically in a downtrend. So if you see the bigger picture, what you see every time the price is creating a lower high with a long wick candle, that means that GBPNZD in a downtrend, and we can expect a drop in this market. Now let's narrow down to the recent time frame to see how we can see the price action on this instrument. Now look at the previous 3 months candlestick pattern. First of all, look at this one, is a strong bearish candle, right? So this is a strong bearish engulfer. After this bearish engulfer on the monthly, what we have seen, that there is a weak response from the buyer, a doji. So when after this doji, what happened? The price even broke this level above, and what we see, that is strong rejection from the seller, and then the price started to drop. Still almost half months to go, but what we can expect from here, an aggressive move to the downside. Now let's go down to the weekly time frame to see how we can trade this instrument. As you can see on the weekly, also this week we see a significant strong bearish engulfer. So this is a bearish engulfer, and from here what we can expect, a drop to the downside. Now how we will be trading? Is this dropping from here, or it will retrace for some time? Hopefully we can see a little bit of retracement, creating a head and shoulder pattern here as well, and then dropping to the downside. So where is the location that we can expect this instrument to retrace? So this is the most liquidity zone that we can expect this instrument to retrace and then drop from here. So let's go down to the daily time frame to see how we can trade this instrument. Now as you can see on the daily, after this big red candle, there is a weak doji from the buyers. So after this doji, what you can expect, as usual, a drop from here. So as you can see, that this area is what we can expect the early next week, the price to move up a little bit and then a drop from here. Let's go down to the 4-hour time frame to see how we can trade from here. Now on the 4-hour, as you can see, that this green area is where the daily close, daily liquidity zone, and also there is a 20 period moving average in this area, and that is what we will be targeting. We will be waiting with our student from the price to this 20 period moving average, as soon as you will see a strong rejection from this zone. As you can see that there is a strong long wick candle as well. So what we can expect, the price to go up again little bit and then rejection from here, and as soon as you will see it, we will go for short from this zone with a very good risk to reward ratio with our student to take this move to the downside. Now let's jump on to another currency pair, that is NZDCAD. Let's start with monthly time frame with NZDCAD. Now on the monthly, as you can see that NZDCAD has created this head and shoulder pattern on the monthly, and what we see that this instrument also in a downtrend. Look at the past month's candle. What happened here? It's a strong bearish candle with a strong rejection from this very important level of resistance, because this candle is basically has completed this head and shoulder pattern, and we can expect a massive drop from here with NZDCAD. Now let's go down to the weekly time frame. Now on the weekly, as you can see that NZDCAD has dropped quite a few weeks, almost back to back 4 weeks drop, and then this week what we have seen, a rise from here. Now in this bullish candle this week rise, the price still could not break the previous week's high and low. So if you see that the previous week, this is the high and this is the low, the price has still creating a lower high and lower low. What do I mean by this? Look at this low of this candle and look at this high of this candle. This is still lower high and lower low. That means the still downtrend is valid. So if we draw a trend line here, as you can see that this trend line is broken on the weekly. In the new trading week, what we can expect, a little bit of uprise, even testing this trend line and then a drop. Now let's go down to the daily time frame to see how we can trade this instrument. Now this is where we have to be careful. Now as you can see on the daily, NZDCAD have just tested this 20 period moving average, and also this is the previous swing high. Now on the daily, as you can see, there is only one thing we have to be careful, that when the price was going up, it has created a double bottom here. So we might see a little bit of uprise, even testing this gap level here, because this level has not been tested yet. So NZDCAD is a bit confused with the monthly and weekly and daily. So how will be confirming this trade? As you can see, the only way we can trade this instrument based on 4 hour is if we see a double top, clear double top here, then we will take a short trade from here. Otherwise we will be waiting to see how buyers and sellers reacting, because we might see another move to the push to the upside, testing this trend line. If it happens, then we will be waiting in the sideline to see wherever we will see a clear reversal pattern from this area. If we see a reversal pattern from this area, then we will take a short trade from here with a very good risk to reward ratio. Now let's jump on to another currency pair that we will be analyzing now, USDCNHs. Now USDCNHs on the monthly, first what we can see that we see a strong downtrending market. First of all, look at the overall picture. What we can see, USDCNHs historically in a downtrend. Look at this big move to the downside. After that, what we see, a little bit of retracement, and then again continuation of its downtrend. Now let's go to the recent time frame. What we can see now, look at the past how many months, 1 2 3 4 months back to back. What we are saying that USDCNHs creating lower high and lower low with a lots of dodges on its way. So when you see that kind of dodgy, the price is difficult to break up. So as a result, what we are seeing that the price is dropping. Now from here, what we can expect, USDCNHs to drop at least to this level on the monthly. So we have a long way to go on the monthly, as you can see that this distance is a big distance based on monthly time frame. Now going down to the weekly, what we can see now on the weekly, as you can see that we have further confirmation on the weekly back to back 2 weeks. What you see, lower high and lower low, two strong bearish candle. Now after this move, definitely we can expect a drop to this level. Now the question is it dropping from here or it will go retrace and dropping from there? Now this is the crucial thing that we have to ask ourselves. Now go down to the daily time frame to see how we can trade. Now on the daily, as you can see that last day of the trading week has given a very nice looking hanging man. Now this hanging man formed in a strong daily level of resistance. So look at this candle here. This is a strong bullish candle. It's a false breakout to the upside, and then the price dropped and broke to this level. So the price is just below this level. So there are two possibilities to happen in this instrument. Is as soon as the trading week open, the price may start to move directly from here to this level, which is likely to happen. So as soon as we will see this, that based on 4 hour the price is just couldn't break this level above, at that point we will take a directly short trade from here. As we are running one trade already from this area with our students, we might add up to our position, or if we see that the price broke above to this level, at that point we will wait for the price to go to this around to this zone where 20 period moving average, and then we will watch the price action pattern over the week to see when it is starting to resume. As you can see that this instrument is likely to drop from this area. Now let's jump on to another currency pair that we will be analyzing now is USDPLN. USDPLN on the monthly, what we see that the price just broke this level, this important level of resistance, and then this current month what we are seeing that USDPLN is dropping. Now from here, as you can see that currently just above this trend line, but in most cases you see that this kind of breakout becomes a false breakout, and that is what we will take the advantage. If this breakout of this trend line to the above a false breakout, then we might see a significant drop from here to the downside on USDPLN. Now let's go down to the weekly time frame to see what kind of opportunity we have. Now as you can see that on the weekly, what we see a reversal pattern. Now look at this top of this weekly candle. This is a typical reversal pattern, creating a triple top with a lower high every week's passing. So what we can expect in the new trading week is the price to retrace a little bit to this level. As you can see that there is a weekly close, weekly wick in this area, and from here we can expect a drop to the downside. Now let's go down to the daily time frame to see how we can capitalize this move. Now on the daily, as you can see, the price after this dodgy candle from here, the price is creating lower high and lower low, creating smaller dodges and moving to the downside. In the new trading week, what we will be waiting is basically to create another green candle to the upside, or maybe a long wick candle completing this head and shoulder pattern, and then we will take a short trade from this zone. So this is the zone that we will be waiting to for the price to go and complete this pattern. As soon as we will see the prices here based on lower time frame, we will take a short trade for this movement to the downside with a very good risk to reward ratio with our students. Now let's jump on to another currency pair that we will be analyzing now, USD Thai Baht. Now USD Thai Baht this is a high probability trade. Now what we can see, first of all, look at the monthly time frame. Overall globally, this instrument also in a downtrend, so there is strong seller in this market than buyer. Now at this point, if we narrow down to recent time frame, what we see that USD Thai baht has just rejected from this strong monthly resistance. Why this is a strong monthly resistance? Look at the past. What you see that there is a strong rejection candle from this zone. Now this is most of the time happen when you see a strong rejection candle. When the price come here, normally it travels to the halfway and then started to resume its trend. So with that said, because there is a strong rejection in this area, that means this zone has a strong seller, and as you can see that the prices started to move down, and even this current month what we see, the buyers couldn't create any new higher high so far. So what we can expect from here, a significant drop on the monthly time frame. Going down to the weekly, what we can see that, as you can see on the weekly also, what we have seen a head and shoulder in this area on the weekly and a strong bearish engulfer. So after this kind of bearish engulfer, what you can expect, little bit of retracement and then further continuation to the downside. Now let's go down to the daily time frame to see how we can trade. Now as you can see that on the daily, the price has created this bullish candle, which is a retracement of this move, and at the same time what you see, the price has created a double top formation on the daily, which is a strong reversal pattern. So on the new trading week, what we might see, even we might see directly dropping from here, or maybe a little bit of uprise testing this previous, if we say that this is a previous resistance, support and resistance at the same time. So what do you see, there is a resistance here, test as a support here, broke here, what we might expect, a test as a resistance and then drop from here. So that is what we will be waiting for, the price to just test this level as a resistance and then drop to the downside. Now let's see on the 4 hour how it looks like. Now this is the situation on the 4 hour, and what we can expect, a little bit of uprise to this zone. As you can see, there is only one green candle in this movement and the price is likely to go there, test this level. As soon as we will see price here, we will actively watch this pair so that we can send a signal to our student to trade, to go for a short trade from this zone. Now let's jump on to another currency pair, euro dollar. Okay, so euro dollar, let's start with the monthly time frame. First of all, look at the bigger picture. What you see on the monthly, euro dollar has created a double top on the monthly. In this double top, what we see, a lower high. So when you see a double top with a lower high in an overall downtrending market, is a sign of strong downtrend. So with that said, euro dollar is in a downtrend. So let's jump on to recent time frame. Look at the past couple of months candlestick pattern. What story you can see, that is what you always need to focus on. What is buyers and sellers doing is a representation through the candlestick pattern. So what you see, look at this one here, a strong bearish candle, right, followed by a weak response from the buyers and then again a strong response from the seller. Now this week, this month, what we see that there is the weak response from the buyer. In the past 15 days, the price even couldn't create a small doji. That means sellers are very strong in this market, and from here, as you can see that this level is a previous support. The price is just below this strong level of support here, acting, there is quite a few candle acted as a support in the past. Now it is acting as a resistance for this move, and what we can expect is drop from here. Now let's go down to the weekly time frame to see how we can see this movement. As you can see on the weekly, what we see, the previous 2 weeks has created two dojis with a lower high. So in the new trading week, what we can expect, little bit of retracement and further drop from here. Now let's go down to the daily time frame to see how we can trade this instrument. As you can see on the daily, the market structure is still valid. The price is still creating from here, creating a lower high and lower low. So in this market structure, what we can expect in the new trading week, that the price to drop from here. We might see a significant drop from this area. As you can see on the daily, back to back, two doji with a lower high. So what is likely to happen in the new trading week? A drop, little bit of up price, and then drop from here at least to this area, and that is what we will take the advantage of. From here we will take a short trade based on 4 hour with our student. As you can see that on the 4 hour, the price is basically lowering every time it is creating a lower high. So on the new trading week, in this area, when the price will come here, we will go for short with a very good risk to reward ratio from this area, and our target is here, because at any point we might see after this drop from this zone a rise to test this level and then a drop. So there will be some drop and up and down in this instrument. As it is coming lower and lower, it will do some up and down, and we will take this advantage whenever we will understand this movement. Now if you find value in this analysis, then smash the like button for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video.